Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at another fidget spinner from Spinetic. I did a couple reviews of Spinetic spinners already. Last time I took a look at the Dapper when that came out, and that was not my favorite spinner. I'm going to do a follow-up video on that in a little bit. But today we're taking a look at the Spinetic Eye spinner. Spinetic has a lot of spinners. The Dapper really wasn't their spinner. It's from Kepler Technologies. Spinetic just is the storefront that sells them. But this spinner is actually Spinetic's. They have the X, which is popular. Well, they had the Y first, which is obviously the tri-shape. Then they had the X, which is X-shaped. And now they have the bar spinner here. That's really in there. And this is obviously a I shape, so not the most unique naming scheme, but it works. Man, this is just like the Dapper spinner. Right out of the box, just like the Dapper spinner. But slightly better, maybe? Yeah, man, this is just like the Dapper. So we'll get a couple shots of it if my camera will focus and cooperate. Not going to cooperate. Anyway, the buttons here are embossed, printed on really with a texture of the Spinetic logo. It's got the same thing on both sides. It's nice. I appreciate the grippy buttons. Great size. I wouldn't go anything larger than this. I have really freaking small hands. So that's the size comparison, I guess. I'll look on the website real quick here and I'll get you the size. So it's 61.7 grams, has an R188 bearing, same with everything else. It is 22 millimeters wide. 58 millimeters long, I don't know what that is in inches. Estimated two-handed spin time out of the box, 3 minutes plus. We will test that here in a minute. I think it'll get a little bit more than 3 minutes. This comes in a couple different colors: brass, stainless steel, which is this obviously, and black. Black was awesome, but it was sold out. They retail for $33.99, so 34 bucks, depending on shipping. Shipping was like either a 5-day option or a 5-day option for $5 or a 2-day option for $8. So I did the 2-day option. It arrived in exactly 2 days. Really reminds me of the Kepler spinner, the bow tie spinner, the Dapper spinner. In terms of shape, obviously, this kind of has the bow tie shape. It's not as rounded, obviously. This goes with the typical arm that the Spinetic spinners have. They were due for a bar spinner. No surprise here with what they came out with. It's definitely got some weight to it, which is great. Love the finish and everything like that. It's not very well balanced as a bar spinner, obviously, so as you rotate it like this, you'll get, a ton of wobble. So it's, not terribly well balanced, but that's to be expected with, man, there's like a lot of wobble in that. Like if you just move it at all, there's just wobble in it. Like, it's just not as, it's almost worse than the Dapper spinner. The Dapper was great, but a big flaw in the Dapper spinner was the edges. The edges were freaking sharp, so that when you, do the one-handed middle finger flick or something like that, it would like scratch the crap out of your flicking finger because of the sharp edges. Now this, they've kind of toned it down a little bit, but big complaint I've seen on forums, subreddits, even the review page here on Spinetic's website is sharp frickin' edges. And a lot of people take sandpaper, 100 grit, 250 grit, 500 grit, and 1,000 grit, and sand all of this down, but it's like, for $34, I'm not modifying a $34 spinner. Like, it's, it should be nicer than this out of the box, more comfortable than this out of the box. My biggest complaint, I guess, is wobble. But again, bar spinner, really can't complain. The buttons are great. Do like the buttons. Sometimes, especially with it being summer, gets warm. You're using your spinner forever. Buttons certainly get slick. So that now this has the printed button. Very, very nice. Shipping was great. It was actually supposed to be, I ordered it Tuesday. It's supposed to be here Friday. 3 to 5 day shipping. Got here a day early. And that happens. I think Spinetic kind of does that intentionally. They say it's a 3 to 5 day ship. It's actually a 2 day ship. So it kind of surprises you, but it's a good surprise, and I love that. So it did show up a day early here Thursday rather than Friday. I'm not timing this, so I have no idea how long this has been going for. So if you haven't taken a look at my Dapper Spinner video, definitely check that out, because, I mean, this is direct competition for that, even though they're kind of sold on the same website. Kepler Technologies does the other one, Spinetic does this. It feels the same. Like, if you don't flick that friggin' perfectly, you'll kind of like feel this like wobble for a second. You won't get that like perfect spin. Also, if you've got longer fingers, when you go to spin it, let's see if I can get like a shot of this. When you go to spin the spinner, sometimes your finger will go longer and you like catch it like this in this awkward, like ultra uncomfortable spin. So it's definitely a different spinner to, you know, get going in terms of the one-handed flick. In terms of the length, perfect for the little pull-down spin there. But, you know, again, these tri-spinners, better spinner. It's balanced, it's smooth, tri-spinners is the way to go, especially for long spinning spinners and other things like this. This, everyday carry spinner. You want some spinner that's inexpensive, you can throw it in your pocket, because this fits in your pocket. You know that little pocket? That's, you're wearing jeans, your front right pocket, and freaking getting pop-ups on my screen. Privacy settings for Windows, get out of here. Your front right pocket, that little teeny tiny pocket that you have no idea what to do with, this is where this goes. Fits perfect, awesome to carry with you. Sometimes the tri-spinners are a little bit bigger, they're awkward. Maybe you carry it in a bag. I like carrying mine in a case. This doesn't come with a case, slightly disappointing. But I've got some spare cases laying around that I can use. Another thing, Spinetic normally used to include their business card. They didn't include it. Now I do have it over here, so I mean they've included it in other purchases, but maybe you know, maybe the guy was out or whatever. So not the end of the world. I already have his card, so I guess we'll do some spins. I'll do a two-handed spin. I'm not going to do it on the table because it's like a soft surface, so it won't get a really, really good spin on it. But I'm just going to do a one-handed, holding it in the air, nice and steady spin. We'll see how long we can get. So right now we're at 7:26 on the video. I'll spin it at 7:30. Okay. I kind of ran out of things to talk about. So how's everybody's day going? So the spinner's not bad. For 30 bucks, it's not bad. It's not like you're spending 60 bucks or 70 bucks on a Noble Spin spinner and then the bearing is garbage. The bearings on these are great. They're super durable. They're well enclosed. It's not going to get dirty and crappy. My Dapper spinner was great. I still have my Dapper spinner. It's awesome. I don't use it as an everyday because I've got a lot of other spinners to put in my pocket. And it's nice to show off. The stainless steel is beautiful. It doesn't tarnish or anything like that like some brass and copper ones do. So it stays looking nice. I like the weight of the stainless steel. That's always preferred for me. Again, the edges. It's not a deal breaker with this one. I have seen some complaints obviously out there for the edges. Not the end of the world. The Dapper was much, much worse. This is fine. Tolerable, I guess is what I will say. So, good spinner, good shipping. Spinetic's obviously a giant website, and they have new brands, you know, every week or every day that pop on there. Bad thing about that website is everything is always freaking sold out. So let's say you like the NTO Designs Turn-On spinner and it's not on Spinetic's website. Just go to the actual manufacturer's website and it's normally in stock there. For example, I got the Turn-On and I got a 2R Designs like Unity spinner or something like that, and it wasn't in stock on Spinetic, but I went to the actual manufacturer's website. Sure enough, it was there. I also got a VC EDC copper spinner, which is one of my favorite spinners. Go see that video if you haven't seen that one. And again, Spinetic didn't have it on their website. They sell VC EDC, but if you actually go to VC EDC's website, boom, they had it in stock. So Pretty smooth spin. I mean, really, really smooth spin so far. The bearing just wants to go forever. The buttons are nice. They're comfortable. It's not going to slip off your finger, even if you're doing one-handed spins. Don't ask me about tricks. I don't do tricks with my spinner. I'm not cool. I'm not a teenager anymore. I can't do backflips and catch the spinner and bounce it off my legs, and I can't do that. So, but for an EDC, nice, simple spinner, this is it. This is where you want to go. So right now it's at 3.5 minutes. Right now we're at 3 minutes 40 seconds. So it surpassed its 3:30 out of the box mark. I'm still impressed with how well it's going. It might hit, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or something like that. So I'll keep talking here. You don't have to keep watching. Make sure you're subscribed. That's a good thing. You don't have to like this video. You could thumbs down this video if you want. That's fine with me. If I missed anything, if you got any other questions, make sure you leave a comment. I try to get back to those the best I can. Also check out the other spinner videos. I've got like 10 different spinner videos, a couple popular ones, a couple not so popular ones. But I've been doing spinner reviews since November of 2016, so there's plenty of spinners. It's almost been a year, and this craze is finally catching on. So, all right, now we're coming up on 4 minutes here. It's starting to slow down. It looks a little bit quicker on camera, but it's starting to slow down. Bad thing about doing this, like, how long does it spin? You gotta hold your hand freaking still for like 5 minutes. That's why I wish I got a spinner. It's like, I want somebody to sell a spinner. Yeah, it spins for 30 to 60 seconds. No more than 90 seconds. Because I'd be like, okay, that's good. I don't have to hold my freaking hand there for forever. So, let's see, what are we coming up on? We're on 4 minutes, coming up on 4.5 minutes. Probably 5 minute mark. This thing is just chugging away. I'm very happy with it. Again, I don't expect this to be a long spinner. I've got some spinners that'll hit 7 or 8 minutes. But I like to actually fidget with my fidget spinners. So that's just me. But yeah, I think this is going to hit 5 minutes. We're coming up on 5 minutes here in 20 seconds. Not too bad out of the box. Once the bearing breaks in, I think it could go for a little bit longer than that. Personally, I think this spin, holding it in your hand, not necessarily on one finger, just holding it in your hand, I think you'll probably get the best spin. Rather than holding it on a table, I feel like sometimes a table spin is not the fastest. So that is 5 minutes right there. Mm, 5.5 minutes. Starting to slow down now. Got a lot of natural lighting today. The sun is out. It's like 90 degrees today. It's really weird weather. So sorry for the goofy lighting. Coming up on 6 minutes. That's 6 minutes. Coming up on 6.5. Make it. That's 6.5 right there. This thing will go for like another freaking minute like this. Just will not stop. So 6 minutes. Gosh, it's still spinning. About 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Almost 7 minutes. So really impressive. Basically doubled the time of what they say out of the box. Go get one, guys. It's nice. I know I kind of bashed it right off the rip, Yes, it's got a little bit of wobble to it, so if you're, you're doing this with it, it's gonna like want to bounce out of your hand. Even if you like move it on your finger, there's definitely some wobble to it there. But fortunately, the buttons do have some grip to them, so it's not gonna go flying out of your hands. So this again, Spinetic eye spinner from Spinetic Spinners. Let me know what you think. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Questions and comments, leave in the section below. Sorry this video was absurdly long. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, comment, I made it to the end of your stupid video, so I can get an idea of how many of you guys actually stuck around for the whole thing. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.